hey, don't touch that again, or I'm gonna shut this whole thing down. I was like, for who? That's not wrong.
Okay,
And we're live.
I'm all systems go, it looks like.
Yeah.
So
seems like we're live, bruh.
Cool, man. What's up?
What's going on?
What's
Like we haven't already talked for like an hour and a half today.
Yeah, so earlier Craig called me because I was calling him out for being an asshole as far as I was concerned.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then
I didn't think it was an insult.
and then he called me and we talked for like an hour, and at the end of that phone call he was like, I don't remember who brought it up. I might have brought it up about doing remote podcasts, and he was like, dude, I'm down. I got the setup.
Yeah, dude.
So that's what we're doing. So
For sure.
I don't know if this is going to be like a we should jam sometime or a misplaced crafts thing, but it doesn't really matter.
Oh, who cares? We don't need those losers in that band, that Seether band.
Yeah, that fucking sounds like Seether apparently.
I feel bad because I love Seether. I'll be the first one to admit that I love that band.
You know,
And I was on my live stream and I said that you guys sound a little like Seether, which I think is true.
so if anybody does actually listen to this and give a shit, I'd love to see if Seether is a compliment or an insult.
Yeah, we'll do a poll.
Like
We'll do an Instagram poll.
Yeah.
Is comparing a band to Seether a diss?
I guess it's like intent, right? Because like I'm sure you've been in this situation before where like you played in lots of bands and then you have like an uncle or something who's like, dude, you totally sound like, fucking whatever, puddle of mud. And
Yeah.
you're like, as far
I've
as
had
they're
that before,
concerned,
too, and it's usually like, it's not that like the artist is bad. It's usually that it's just like not even remotely close to what you think you sound like.
yeah, it's like,
Like I remember someone came up after a Radio Caroline show once and they were like, man, you guys sound like you sound like Janis Joplin and with Guns N' Roses in the back. And I was like, I think that's just crudely incorrect. Just so not correct at all.
at one of our first shows, Andy Bragg, I can't remember, he threw like 3 bands at me. But then before he said this last one, he was like, now don't take this wrong, but there's a little bit of corn in there.
Oh, man.
And I was like,
I would think if someone said my band sounded like Korn, I'd be stoked.
I don't think any of us even listen to Korn, though, which is also hilarious when you get those ones where you're like, it might be in there, but it's not intentional.
Yeah, completely unintentional. I feel like if there's any Korn in Lost Arts, it'd be like in Nick's guitar playing. It would have to be.
Maybe, yeah.
You know?
And it was like,
It would have to be. Like I don't see it in the bass or the drums, and like you don't sound like Jonathan Davis.
right. Yeah, I don't
So it
know.
would have to be. Maybe it's a diss on Nick's tone. Fucking,
That was
sorry, Nick.
that was a pre-pedal
Your
Nick.
tone sounds like Korn.
That was before Nick even used pedals or anything, too. So maybe it was. Maybe that was the case.
Oh man.
Or now,
Yeah. If someone was to come up to me specifically as a guitar player in that and was like, yeah, your guitar playing sounds like that of Korn, I'd be pissed.
yeah.
I'd definitely be not happy about that.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh, hang on. I got something funny to show you.
Okay, perfect.
I went to my parents'
Oh
place
Jesus.
and I got to put it up on this screen
Nice.
too. So I got a big 40 of Crown Royal, and I'll show it to you first. So like, look at that price tag on there.
Dude, I don't know if I can't read it.
I don't know if you can see it, but it was $22.
What?
It says $22. So like, I went over to my parents' place, and like, I get my dad a bottle of Crown Royal for Christmas every year. It's like basically a joke because I guess he and his buddy Chris, they used to get each other, like they accidentally got each other a bottle of Crown Royal each for Christmas one year. Just like they didn't know they were getting it for each other, so
Yeah.
they just exchanged bottles of Crown Royal every year. So I get him one all the time, and he doesn't drink really. So I went over just like because of the whole fucking pandemic thing. I was like, all right, I'll finally go visit my parents. And I stole a shitload of spaghetti sauce, and I was like, I'm stealing a 40 of alcohol. I don't care. And I grabbed this one, and it has a $22 price tag on it. Like, what is this, from 1985? Like, it must be so old or American. I don't know. Like,
yeah. Dude, you have to
It's insane.
you have to bring that over because I have about 2 shots in each of those bottles left,
Yeah.
and I know that you're responsible for.
I'm definitely
taking
responsible
my-
for a bunch of it. I am so bad for robbing people of their whiskey. I went over last time I was over at your house. I finished what it was like a fucking 2.6 of Canadian Club, and then I asked for more alcohol from you.
Yeah, well, it was funny because like I was buying those when I was getting gift cards from work, and then there was like a few times where like we were just drinking it, and then I had those like 2 get-togethers or whatever. And like, hey man, you mind if I have a little bit of that whiskey? Or like, yeah man, for sure, whatever. And then the next morning that night, I looked up and I was like, holy fuck, like what happened to these?
We crushed
And she
it.
was like, you told
We
Craig he
crushed
could have
it
it.
hard.
I was like, oh okay, that's
Oh yeah,
cool.
I did that to John Gould too. I was like, we were starting up a cover band, and I was like, you want to like go to Palisade and like crush a couple beers or something? They were like, oh, we don't have any money. And I was like, that's cool. Like, I've got a bottle. So, like, if you want to just hang out at your place, I'll hitch a ride with you and I'll take an Uber home.
Yeah.
And so I brought a bottle of Crown Royal, finished that, and then John had a bottle of Canadian Club, and we crushed that too.
Jesus.
Like, just so much. And I was like, dude, holy shit. Like, John messaged me the next day, and he was like, I don't know how we crushed that entire bottle.
Jesus.
But we managed to somehow.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
How's your internet over there? It's breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, you're getting a little fuzzy on this end, but I mean,
I was like,
it's in real time anyway.
it is in real time. All right, as you're back though. Yeah, man, that's fucking crazy. I don't really mess around with like hard liquors, so it's all
Oh, you're
good
making
as
me
long as
sound
somebody's drinking it.
like a problem child now.
No, it's just that I'll just drink Guinness.
I don't mess
and then
around with that stuff.
feel fucking. I'm an old soul, so I don't really
Yeah.
do that.
Well, speaking of which, cheers. I'm gonna cheers that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but this
cheers
is-
that.
This is just
There
coffee,
you
but
go. You're drinking coffee. It's like, I guess COVID time isn't real time.
yeah, man, it's like 20 after 9. Dude,
Yeah,
I don't.
I was like, dude, I'm not drinking a coffee right now.
Dude.
That's mental.
Well, I don't have any beers left. And as we've just established, I have very little whiskey left. And I feel weird about going to the liquor store.
Yeah,
So-
that's the thing is, I mean, it's a Sunday, so I couldn't go. And I mean, it was like fucking 8 o'clock when I was leaving my parents' place. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go to the liquor store. I'm just going to steal yours.
Yeah.
Your alcohol, Mom and Dad. Shout out to Dave Geniac for letting me steal all of his rye. You're the man. You're the man, Dave.
Yeah. I know. I just yeah, I feel weird. I don't know if they're making people line up out of them like they are the grocery stores right now, but
I wouldn't be surprised.
that's just another reason that I don't want to go. Is I don't want to be like I'm
In
just
line.
waiting for like 8 Guinness right now outside. Got to pretend like I don't have any
Yeah.
change on me to the panhandlers out there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The surprising one when I went to Superstore was like the line outside looks big, but it's just because they've got those 2-meter gaps.
Right.
But the checkouts, like the lineup for the checkout was all the way through the store. But if you went to the self checkout, there was no one there.
Really?
No one wanted to touch the pad.
Right.
So I just went straight for it. I was like, fuck
Yeah.
it, I'll do it. And like I doop. And then I went out to my car and just doused
Yeah,
my hands in
just-
hand sanitizer. Like, get it off
just
of me.
just immediately. Hey man, if nobody's touching them, there's no corona on it, so it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's a ghost town over on the self checkout.
Yeah.
So just a pro tip: spend the 2 minutes, bag your own stuff. They're not even charging for bags right now.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, if you use self checkout, you can just lie. You don't actually have to say that you're using bags.
I know. I never pay. And then the one time that I was gonna pay was right when the COVID outbreak was, and they came over. I was like, hey, why do I need an attendant to come over? They're like, we're not charging anyone for bags. And I was like, oh well, I did decide to pay for my bags this time, so you're gonna have to do that for me.
Oh man, it's like yeah, like oh damn, I was just when I started paying too, and I don't
Yeah,
have
exactly.
to.
You got me paying for my bags for the first time.
Dude, I'm like a total bitch about it though. If I feel like somebody's watching me check out, I'll like pay for the bag, like at Walmart or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then Julia will be like, "Why did you do that?" I'm like, "Whatever. It's fucking 5 cents. I got the 5 cents."
Yeah, exactly. It's
not
5 cents a
like-
bag. Who cares?
like-
Dude, like I used to like I remember the first time it was an accident, and then I started doing it on purpose. I would like, there's like a little shelf on the back of the cart, and I think I had like 2 boxes of pierogies and like shampoo or something back there, and I missed it
Yeah.
when I was checking out. So I walked out with like $30 worth of stuff for free.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm gonna do this every
Yeah.
time now, for sure. And like the first time that I haven't done it in so long was when like everyone's on lockdown for the COVID shit. I'm like, they're watching.
Yeah.
They're watching this time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's such an honest mistake too. It happens all the time. My mom did that one time with
yeah.
like meat or some shit at a Walmart, and she like got all the way out to the car, and then she's like, "Oh fuck," and then she was like, and then she left, and then she was like, for like a week, she'd asked everybody that she came in contact with, like, "Did I like do something wrong here? Or, like, what do you think?"
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
it's Walmart. Okay, people are like really
Yeah,
stealing shit
nobody
from them.
cares.
It's not a big deal.
They're not gonna give a shit.
Yeah.
They're like, it's like that. I forget who did the bit. With like that comedian where it was like, we don't even care. We're actually like cheering you on. It's like, get the shoes. Get the shoes.
Oh yeah.
Like they don't care. They just want you to get as much stuff for free as possible.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
Get the shoes.
Yeah, man. What other comedy specials have you been watching?
I watched all the Tom Segura specials like a week ago.
Yeah.
Like again, I've seen all of them.
Yeah.
And
I love that
and
he's
then
got
I saw Tom Segura's new special was coming out on the 24th.
Yeah, I haven't watched it
And
yet.
I was counting down the days, and then I lost track, and then I woke up at like 1:00 on when would it have been, Friday?
Yeah.
I think, or no, it would have been like Thursday or something. And I was like, oh shit, it's the 24th, and I put on the Tom Segura special right away. But it kind of sucks though, because now I don't have any specials to watch.
Fuck, man. I haven't watched that one yet. I watched the
It's really funny.
the new Burt Kreischer one's pretty good.
Yeah, the new Burt Kreischer was good. It's just I really liked Burt at first. No offense, Burt, if you're watching, if you wind up seeing this, because I really do like him. I like most comedians that go on Joe Rogan, but yeah, he's just too. Like he'll give that opening line that's just like intentionally very controversial, and then just backpedal for the whole.
Right.
Like I like the ones where like they'll say something outlandish and then just not apologize.
Yeah.
You know, and like they'll just keep going with it. Like Mark Maron had a bit where he straight up says "fuck women" at one point, and then he rolls with it, and he somehow saves himself in it, but he doesn't go like, "Oh yeah, I didn't mean that though."
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's part of the bit. He doesn't go like, "Well, like this," but you know,
Yeah.
you know, Mark Maron's a fucking a wise man.
Yeah, I liked. I gotta go back and watch his other ones that are on there, but I watched End Times a couple times last week.
Yeah, I think I watched it once, or sorry, 2 or 3 times.
I usually give specials 2 goes, so then I know really what's up if I like it or not. Because I'll usually like start checking out like near the end. So
I'll start checking my phone and shit.
Yeah,
like an asshole.
It's tough now. Well,
Total
I listen to
asshole
enough
move.
like comedian podcasts that I'm pretty sure they started setting them up that way, that like the good shit's in like the first half hour for that
totally.
reason, that like analytics show people start checking out anyway near the end, so an hour's a lot.
Yeah. Well, and that was super evident with Bert's special too. If I can go back to that, where I forget what his opening line was, but it was just something so outlandish, and it was for that reason. It was like it was in an attempt to like hook him right off the bat.
Yeah.
But to me, I just saw through it, and I was like, "You're just trying to." It's like being edgy. It's like someone putting like a skull as their profile picture on Facebook. It's like yeah, like by definition, that's hard as fuck. But
Right.
it just didn't get me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I gotta watch Tom Segura's though. I haven't got around to it yet. So
It's really good.
yeah,
It's really
he's
good. I
funny.
watched Ari Shafir's special, and it was okay.
Oh, the
It
double
was
negative
it was
one?
one of those. It was one of those 2-parter kind of things, and it was okay. It was just okay.
I remember. I haven't watched that in a long time. I've seen that a couple times. I'm trying to remember which one I liked better. There was one that I laughed at quite a bit. I just can't remember which one it is.
Was it the 2-parter?
Yeah,
or
but I mean,
the other
which one?
would have
I
been-
mean, which one of the 2 I liked better? I
Oh,
can't
which one
remember.
of the 2?
Because one's about
I think it's like
kids,
childhood and
yeah,
adulthood.
Yeah,
I think is what they are.
yeah. But
But
I don't know.
It was okay.
I think that he's like pretty
blown
funny.
away.
I'll sometimes listen to his podcast, but I mean, right now he's like a controversial guy to say that you like.
Yeah, because he said fuck Kobe, which is on like the day of.
Well, do you know what he
And
did
then-
right before
and,
that?
And he's actually, you know what? Yeah, fuck Ari Shafir. Sorry, buddy, but but well, because he said it all, and like you could tell he was super serious about
Yeah.
it. And then like as soon as people were like, "Yo, you can't," like, I mean, I didn't know the guy, but I mean, I would even be like, "That's too fucking soon."
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
whether you want to voice an opinion or make a joke about it, which is what he was trying. Like he literally went on Twitter and was just like, "Fuck Kobe Bryant."
Yeah.
Fuck him, you know. And then like 2 hours later, after the world shat all over him, he was just like, "Oh, I was kidding."
Yeah.
Like that's not. You weren't kidding. First off, and if you weren't kidding, stand by your statement. But I mean, like, if you were kidding, wasn't funny at all.
Yeah.
Like, even if it was like before he died or like a year after, not funny.
Yeah.
He was just like, "Yeah, I'm glad he died."
There
That was the whole joke.
there was like so many comedians that are like friends with him or two or whatever that were like
Yeah,
there wasn't even,
Rogan,
like, a-
he's on Rogan all the time.
yeah, well, like even like most of them were like it's we'll all defend comedy, but like there was no joke there is kind of the issue that like
There was no comedy. It was just like, I forget what it was. It was like, oh, I'm glad that someone didn't gas up the chopper. or
yeah,
some shit like
it was
that.
a
It's
lot
like,
because he was like talking about the
That's
rape
not
and
even
everything
funny.
too, and yeah,
yeah, just I don't know. I didn't think like, yeah, I wouldn't stand up for him in that one.
yeah.
because it just wasn't even a joke.
No, it wasn't ideal. And then, do you know like
No.
what happened before, like about like 2 or 3 months before all that happened?
He dosed Bert. Right?
Yeah, that, yeah.
Yeah, which
So then,
is
like-
fucked up. And I only just saw because I heard about that, and people were all mixed opinions. And when I just heard about it, like in passing, like, oh yeah, Ari dosed his friend Bert, I was like, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But then I watched the interview, and Bert's clearly like really pissed off. And then he was saying like, yeah, it was like MDMA, and I had to come down on the plane
Yeah.
to like his first show of his whole tour, and I was like, that's fucked up, because he knew he knew the circumstance, and then he was like also in the presence of his children,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, and shit. It's like that's super fucked
Yeah.
up.
And he's like,
Don't dose people. Don't dose your friends, people.
don't do it. Because I guess he was on like heart medication too, and he's like, you could fucking die.
Yeah,
because of that.
MDMA is one of those ones you can die.
Yeah.
Like if you like like if I slip you like a fucking weed gummy,
Yeah.
that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like a little.
Yeah.
But even still, it's like you might freak out. That's not sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like I just don't want to be stoned right now.
Yeah.
Like that's a good enough reason.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like,
But like, yeah, it's just I was just gonna dose my friend with hard drugs that people can die off.
yeah.
Not cool.
It's like, I was gonna go do stuff later, but I guess I won't.
Yeah, but now I'm melting into the couch like that creepy PSA.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not cool. Dude, I fucking hate that commercial so much.
Holy shit.
It will genuinely give me nightmares if I see
I
it.
forgot about that, man. Because there's
It's fucked.
there's also the one where like the dog starts talking to the girl too, like the
That one's funny though.
yeah, it's a
I
little
like that
funnier,
one.
but yeah,
And he's got like he's like a small dog with a really deep voice. I
Yeah.
always think that's funny.
oh my god,
Oh shit! What's that weird movie where all dogs are aliens and they come? It's like a live action movie. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think so.
It's like a live action movie with that kid that was like the kid in Stuart Little. I'm pretty sure.
okay, dude, I'm gonna fucking Jamie it over here. I got my laptop.
Yeah. It's this movie where all dogs are aliens from another planet, and this guy comes and like they have all these jokes where it's like the dog does like he like spins around in his bed before he lays down, and he's like, oh, it's like we're building up a force field and all this shit.
Is it called Good Boy?
It could be. Is it like one of those dogs with like a mustache is like the main dog?
So I got a 12-year-old boy adopts a pet named Hubble, unaware that he's an intergalactic dog sent to Earth.
It's got to be it. What other movie? What other movie would it be?
It's got to be
Like
this
it can't
one.
be any other movie.
It's got to be that one.
It's got to be Good Boy. Go see Good Boy. And don't watch Isle of Dogs if you're living in 2020 right now.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
That shit freaked me out.
Okay.
Why is every movie on Netflix about getting sick? right now.
And I love that like Contagion and like Pandemic and everything is trending
Oh
right now.
yeah, that's so fucked. And it came out like just at the very beginning.
Yeah.
So like I remember hanging out with my roommates and like we were all watching Netflix together, which we haven't done in 2 weeks now. We've
Yeah.
all just been hanging out in our rooms.
Yeah.
So we were like watching Netflix and Evan just goes, "You guys want to watch Contagion?" And Bob just goes like, "That's not even funny.
Yeah.
Like, why would you even joke about that? Like I don't even want to think about that."
Yeah.
But
That's so funny.
yeah, I don't get it. Like there's Contagion. Isle of Dogs is about a virus where all these dogs get sick and then they banish all the dogs to an island. That's fucked up.
Oh, okay.
Mark Maron's End Times, little apocalyptic.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think all these apocalypse things
Yeah,
are just
fuck,
like
man.
it's just too relevant.
That's fucked, man.
Mm.
Dude, no, it's
I thought so.
it's a good laugh if you're into that kind of thing. This is so stupid. But before you called, Julie and I were just fucking around on Google, and we started talking about the Grinch and like how old he is in the movie, like in the Jim Carrey one. So I googled
Yeah, how old
it.
is he supposed to be?
So I googled it, and nothing comes up. All that comes up is how old like the kid was, and
Okay.
But you know how like when you ask a question on Google, like that tab comes up of like people also ask. There's some hilarious questions in there for the Grinch.
Of like how old is the Grinch, and then the suggested ones are what?
It's like what species is the Grinch? Which is kind of he's a who. He's just a subspecies of a who.
He is. He's a who. He's just a fucking mutated who. He's like he belongs to the X-Men of who's.
What is hilarious though is there's also what personality disorder does the Grinch have? And then if you
that is rough. That's too personal.
and then if you click,
I don't even like that's like that should be shit like that's confidential with his doctor.
but a CBC article comes up about it, about
his personality.
about how he
disorders?
has an
Staring into the abyss.
an antisocial personality disorder with a depressive mood. Somebody,
oh my
yeah,
god,
clinical
he's
psychologist.
got a touch of rage.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
He's a little bit angry.
So some good shit comes up if you want to if you're ever fucking bored. Some good stuff.
Jeez.
Yeah, but I just thought
remember
that was funny.
the funniest one that I ever Google searched was like I was watching the Eagles documentary, and it was like they were all sitting down, or like there was a scene where they were all standing up, and I genuinely Google searched how tall is Don Henley, or some shit, and there was no answer because usually you can be like how tall is Tom Cruise, and it's like 5 feet, or like 3'4", however tall fucking Tom Cruise is. And then, but I Googled, or Don Felder or some shit. He was the guitar player for the Eagles, the one that does the Hotel California solo. And there was no answer. I was like, does he not even know how tall he is? Like,
I'm pretty sure if I
feel like
Google
if you
my
Googled
name,
how tall is Craig Geniak, you could see
that's
it.
what,
It would be up there.
That's hilarious.
It should be anyway.
You'd think so, man.
Do you know who the fuck I am?
Yeah.
Why is my height not registered with Google?
Dude, I mean, you could just write your own Wikipedia page, man, and it'd be up there.
I feel like we should.
I feel like
everyone's got the downtime.
you know. So see,
it's like Craig Geniak is a local musician. I guess local means anything.
yeah, everybody's a local musician.
You can't really say local. It's like local. Oh, I live in Oklahoma.
Yeah. Dude, it's like somebody will post like a photo of Tool playing in a club, and it's like, remember, all of your favorite bands were local bands one day. Support your local band.
Fuck that. I hate that. I don't know why, but I hate it. It's like, that's different. They were in fucking L.A. in like the 80s. That's completely fucking different.
Like nobody.
Than me being in a fucking band in London, Ontario in 2020. Fuck off. Like people bought albums because there wasn't the internet then. You know?
I know, that's a tough thing. It's like,
oh my
we're
God,
not making CDs anymore.
I'm angry now. I'm joking.
Dude, sorry, man.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Dude,
fuck,
man. Dude, can I give you this is so dumb. Can I give you one more Grinch fact about the 2000 movie?
Yeah, I want to know all the facts about the Grinch. That was like my favorite movie
Me too,
for
man.
a lot of years.
I fucking love it. I actually just learned this year, and I've been telling everybody that gives a shit. So like the little Grinch, like when the flashback scenes happen, that's not a child actor. That was a grown man, and he's dead.
No.
He's dead now, sadly.
I thought it was like animatronic.
No, man. So you can look this. He's dead now. The guy's dead. But
Oh,
he
I didn't need to know that part.
so his name is Josh Ryan Evans, and he was like a dwarf. He had dwarfism, so he was 3 feet 2
Oh my
inches,
God.
and he was like fucking. I mean, he wasn't that old, but he was like 17, 18 at that time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because he died at the age of 20. So
Of 20?
yeah, but he was like 18.
So he died 2 years after. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that movie for so many years, not knowing
And what's
that
actually
that man was
crazy
dead.
is his face kind of just looks like that.
No, I
Yeah.
don't even. Okay, I gotta look it up now.
Yeah, dude.
I'm
yeah.
looking it up.
Okay.
That's fucked up. Cause like, man, cause I'm a Christmas baby, right? So like,
Right.
all Christmas movies, I consider them to be like birthday movies.
Right.
Like I like Nightmare Before Christmas, fantastic movie, probably my favorite movie for a lot of years.
Right. Dude, that's the I've all
But I
this
used
year
to
was the
draw
first time
Jack
I saw
Skellington
that.
on everything.
right.
You know.
Yeah.
But now I'm gonna ruin this movie for myself.
No, it's not gonna.
Another Grinch. Stole Christmas. Cast. Oh God, I'm really not looking forward to this. Oh no.
So it's. I can just tell you.
Anthony Hopkins? Oh, he's the fucking narrator.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Whoa, he looks just like him.
Yeah, that's right.
That's so not okay.
Josh Ryan Evans.
He died in 2002.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man.
Height 97 centimeters. I'm Canadian and I should know how tall that is. I think my driver's license says I'm 175, which is I've heard is just grossly under my height.
175
'Cause I'm
centimeters.
like 6'2".
Right.
Oh my God, 97 centimeters is 3'2".
Yeah, man.
This guy was 3'2".
Yeah. So
Jesus.
that's crazy.
Joshua Evans.
Josh Evans.
What an adorable little man. He was adorable.
He was.
Oh my God. This poor man. Okay, well, that movie's awful for me now.
I know. I'm sorry.
Thank
Every
you for
time you
that.
think about it, I know. I just learned that this year because I was like, oh man, I wonder who the kid is that like played that. You know, I wonder what he's doing now.
Yeah,
I
what's
was
he
like,
up
oh,
to? Yeah.
fuck.
Oh, I laughed too hard at that.
It was an innocent. Like it started innocent, but
It was an innocent gesture,
Yeah.
and then it got fucked up because he's dead.
yeah. So that
I've got all this glare on my glasses. I made the fucking shitty decision to not get the anti-reflective shit on my glasses. And now, because everything's fucking digital, because we're all stuck in our houses, just my fucking shit reflects off of my glasses all the time now. And it ruins everything.
fuck, man. Dude, I wouldn't.
I know. It's really, things are really tough over here.
I wouldn't know because I have perfect vision actually. So, that's kind of.
Oh, yeah?
That kind of
right on.
sucks, man, to be you. But
Fuck, good for you, bro.
thanks, man. It's it's just genetics. I have good genetics, perfect teeth. I'm a fucking.
I've got good genetics. My pop gave me a whole 40 of Crown Royal. That's,
yeah. And you're tall.
that's a pretty valuable
you're
trade
tall,
as a
so-
father, giving your son a bunch of rye whiskey during a pandemic. Thanks, Pops.
that's-
Second, thank
That's
you.
pretty badass.
Aaron Allen is live right now. Not that that's going to matter for anyone watching this.
Dude,
Forever from now.
everybody's been live for the last 2 weeks.
I know. I almost feel bad because like I've 100%. I've done like 2 live streams now with varying success. Because the first one, the sound was just awful.
Yeah.
Like I just fucked up so hard. I had like the camera for my phone on top of the laptop, and you could just hear the fan the whole time on the laptop, and then the laptop audio was just so bad. But like I was doing them, and I would say, go to my Bandcamp, and you can buy the single, like pass the digital hat, and you can toss a couple bucks in there.
Yep.
Because everyone's gigs are canceled.
Yep.
And then Monster Truck go on their Facebook. Did you see this?
No, I didn't.
Monster Truck go on their Facebook, and they were just like, yo, fuck everyone that's saying, like, give me money because my tour is canceled. And it's like, why aren't you guys doing
Yeah.
that? Why isn't every musician saying, hey, can you give me a couple bucks because my whole tour is canceled? And I've been doing, like, requests, And it's like, oh, like I'm trying to write some songs, but I'm just so uninspired.
Yeah.
Sitting in my room all the time. But I 100% I did it, and I made some decent cash today, which is awesome, from my bedroom.
Dude.
So
fuck
like
yeah.
it's cool, but also I admittedly am like, okay, yeah, I get it. Everyone's doing a live stream tomorrow. I get it.
Yeah. Fuck,
But,
man.
I mean,
I'm trying
it's
to find
cool though. I mean, like I've tuned into a few of them.
I don't know. I mean, well, like the Cleopatra guys did one today where they all like played new demos. But we were on the phone actually when that happened, so I just went and watched it afterwards. But that's a cool idea
That wasn't
too.
the live from quarantine thing, was it?
Well, it was, but they decided that they weren't gonna.
Shit, I missed that.
We'll go on their fucking thing when we're done.
I guess it's up. Yeah,
But
that
it's
sucks.
not they didn't actually perform because they didn't want to fucking all get together. So it's literally actually just like
Oh.
it's like 10 minutes of like it's a static shot of a TV screen, and they just like that's all like decked out or whatever, and then they just play like a new Ready the Prince song, a new Dubé song, and a new Cleopatra song. The new Cleopatra song
Gotcha.
fucking rips though. It sounds fucking cool.
Oh, I believe
So,
it. I love Cleopatra.
Yeah. They're good dudes.
They're great.
Yeah.
Oh, so by the way, my camera seems to have just switched because I think we just hit the 30-minute mark, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, so do you have a DSLR then, or do you have a video camera?
I just have a video camera,
Oh, okay.
and I think it just started up a new video.
Oh, yeah, that'll do that. Yeah.
So hopefully that won't be too much of a problem.
I don't think. I mean, mine does that, but it's like pretty seamless. But I also
okay.
don't.
All right.
I don't notice
Then
it.
we should be fine.
We should be fine.
I don't know what my battery is like on this thing, but I should be okay.
It should tell you too if it's gonna
Yeah, I
die.
see. Like I've still got a decent amount here, so we should be
Okay.
fine. We should be okay.
Yeah, they'll just.
I mean, what are we at? We're at like, we can still go for another like 25 minutes. It'll be fine. It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
We'll be cool.
Oh man.
All right. What else do you want to
So,
talk
yeah,
about? What's more interesting?
Songwriting in quarantine. How's that been going for everybody?
Fucking poorly. So
Yeah,
poorly.
I know.
think,
I'm so uninspired sitting here.
I think I just gotta stop forcing it. I've been trying too hard, I think,
Yeah.
which'll that'll kill the vibe.
I've been trying almost non-existent. There's been almost no trying. But I mean, it's hard to like, especially if you're in like a rock band. I'm in Heart Attack Kids, and it's like all the songs are like, fuck yeah, rock and roll, you know? And it's so hard to be sitting in bed and like, especially with all the news where it's like, I mean, all the news about the virus itself, but it's like this show's canceled and this is postponed, and who
Yeah.
knows when you're going to get to play when you're going to do another high kick on stage,
Yeah.
you know, and you're and you're sitting in bed, and it's just like I so don't want to write fuck yeah rock and roll songs right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
It's so difficult.
It's like, what are we getting excited for?
Yeah,
And it's
exactly.
like-
What am I trying to hype up? Like, I'm not even hyper myself. How am I supposed to hype up other people?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a weird time, but it's like,
It is
on the
weird.
other hand, it's like, well, at least everybody was stopped in their tracks, and it's not just me being an asshole.
Yeah, I know.
Like-
I've been trying to remind myself that too. Where it's not. You try not to mope
Yeah.
too much because it's like, oh, my tour is canceled. But it's like everyone's fucking tour
Yeah.
is canceled. So
Yeah.
like, don't get down on yourself, and don't try to, especially don't try to blame anybody else.
No.
I mean, it's fucking.
Yeah, it's easy to be like, oh man, like I'm
So
I'm
unforeseen.
so fucked, and then it's like, well,
Yeah.
everybody's in the same boat, so you're not really that fucked. Everybody's
Yeah.
been put back, so whatever, man. Just everything will return to its normal state just later than planned, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I wonder how many musicians are kind of going to be sitting at home and like, say you're in like a crazy metal band or vice versa, you're in like a country band or whatever, and they're going to be sitting at home like just trying to write or whatever, and then they emerge from this quarantine but from like a different genre. Like, I'm wondering if there's going to be like people that are, you know, like Death Clock style bands, and then they emerge. It's like, I'm a country artist now. You know, I've definitely like, I mean, I've always really liked like folk music and shit like that, and I've definitely been revisiting that, sitting at home just with an acoustic guitar all the time. So it'll be kind of funny to go back to the jam space, and it'll just be like, "Let's write a rock song." I'm like, "But I got so much country in my soul."
Just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. What if Heart Attack's Kid's next thing is a country album? Just throwing it out
Yeah.
there.
What if we put some lap steel in there?
Yeah.
But I've got this wheat in my mouth now, so now we gotta write a country record.
Show up in your cowboy boots and a hat.
That actually happens already.
Yeah.
I wear the cowboy boots to rehearsal.
Oh my God. I could only imagine. It's like, no, man, you're fucking out. You're out of here. We'll find somebody else.
Cowboy boots are encouraged in most bands that I've been in. They were actually very much discouraged when I was in Radio Caroline at first. Hey, Scott and Jeff, and Liam, if you're going to watch this. But I remember the first time, because I had that flower suit. I remember the first time I walked, I was like, hey, I'm going to go change. Or actually, I think the first time, I think I rolled up to a rehearsal wearing just the pants.
Right.
And they were like, what the fuck are those? And I was like, they're actually really comfortable. And like, because they are. They're like basically yoga pants.
Yeah.
And then I just walked out on stage with the whole thing. I was like, yeah, you guys go up. I'm going to go change real quick. And they were like, what? And I was already gone.
Yeah.
And then I just walked out in the flower suit, and they hated it. But everyone else loved it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm doing it. I'm just going to do it. And then I was a cowboy boot wearing, flower pants wearing motherfucker ever since.
The fans dig it, though. So
I'm doing what the people want.
So we're going to still do it. Dude, no, man, I
100%.
respect.
We're doing it live.
I think if you can pull off a flower suit, I feel like you totally should.
For sure, dude. People love that gimmicky bullshit, right?
I don't think I could pull off the flower suit, but that's okay.
Not many can. I mean, like I was about to do it for that the reunion thing, or like in I think it was end of November.
Yeah.
We did that reunion thing, and I put it on. I was in my bedroom and I put on the flower suit. I'm looking at it right now. And I put on the whole suit, and I had cut my hair, and like I had like a bit of a beard and shit, and I was like, I can't fucking walk out with this flower suit on. It's like I'm trying to do an impression of me from 2 years ago.
Right.
So I had to like modify it or whatever. Like I don't even think I can pull off the flower suit anymore.
Right. It's got to be harder.
I encourage other people to do it. I genuinely, it sounds very ironic, but I don't like vintage rock revival that much anymore.
Right.
Like I did for a little bit, I could appreciate it, but I'm not a huge fan of the vintage rock thing. So if I saw someone walk out in a flower suit, they would have to like really own it.
Yeah, they have to blow you
for
away
me to be into it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel you. It's a tough one. We're still struggling with that because it's so easy to just like look like a rock band because you just gotta throw like dark colors on, black.
Yeah, you just gotta wear black skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, any bands that are not wearing black skinny jeans on stage, just do it, please. Can you just do it? I fucking hate seeing these bands walk out in like baggy blue jeans.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like, oh my god, dude. Like, you need to. I don't really want to, but I should be able to see your cock when you're on stage. I should. That's how it is. That's the rules. You got to wear cock-hugging black jeans.
You ever seen any band ever? Fucking...
Yeah, for real. You know that band, that one that is, you've seen it? That one? They wear dick-hugging black jeans, and you should too.
Yeah, man, fuck.
I think we've covered a lot of ground already.
Telling people how to dress.
Dick hugging jeans and comedy specials.
What else do you need?
Man. So what's new in the lost arts world? I know it's not a lot new in most of the world, but you guys just put out a single.
Yep. Man, look at Craig going.
Right.
Good host. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Waitlist, go get it.
Waitlist is out there, and it's fantastic.
It's almost at 1,000
I got
streams.
to play it with you guys, and I love that song.
Thanks, man. Yeah, now we need to write more
song.
songs like it. People seem to like it, so that's cool.
That's good.
That's
good.
That's exciting. Because the night before we were putting those like playlists out or whatever, and then I like tagged a few like local bands that were in mine. So the next day it came out, and Cleopatra like messaged me or whatever, just like basically being like, "Oh, thanks for the ad or whatever." And I was like, "Fuck
Yeah.
it, I don't do this, but I'm gonna do it. Fuck it." And I was like, "Hey, dudes, like we put out this single today. Like, would you mind like giving it a listen or whatever?" And they were like, "Hell yeah, man, send it over." And I was like, "Holy fuck!" So I was like, "That's such a nerdy thing to do to be like, will you please?"
Oh yeah,
check
yeah.
it
Can you
out?"
check
And
out
then
my
you're,
song?
like, really
I hate.
You're setting yourself up for just like they're gonna compliment you, like whatever you do.
Yeah.
But,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
sick song, bro.
but we had like a quick little chat about it, and I think they liked it, so that was cool. Made me feel good.
Oh,
But,
for sure, it's a ripper. It's a
yeah.
great song.
Thanks, buddy.
Um,
So yeah, go listen to it if you haven't already. We did a video. Don't
Yeah.
know how that looks yet, but it'll probably be cool.
I'm sure it'll be good. It has those final lads from Basic White in it, right?
I looked over the behind the scenes footage, and there is some good stuff in there from those guys. So I'll definitely be cutting
Nice.
some together there. They're
I'm very excited.
They're-
I'm very excited to see it.
those guys are both intentionally and unintentionally hilarious. Like just
Oh, 100%.
just the way they live is funny as shit, and then like they're also
yeah.
just like genuinely funny guys. But they'll just
they're
do stuff.
so funny.
Dude, there's this one. It'll be in a video I put out, but Wally was like driving the van around, just getting some shots for us. And Riley sees a dilapidated walking stick, and he's just like, "Oh, what the fuck is this?" And he fucking picks it up. He's like, "Dude,"
Just losing his mind.
he's like, "Wally loves this shit, man." And he fucking like
Oh,
pulls
dude,
it all
Wally-
out, and he's like fucking dancing with it. He's like, "This thing's fucking sick. I'm keeping this."
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Wally's one of those dudes that's like he finds a good stick and he loses his mind,
Yeah.
or like if there's like a scaffold on the side of a building, he's like, I'm gonna climb it. Like he's that guy. It's awesome. I love it, but at the same time, I'm like, don't bring me with you.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to
Yeah.
do it, too.
Yeah.
I'll watch you do
Yeah.
it, and I'll be like, fuck
Yeah.
yeah, get to the top. But when he's like, let's go, Giggy, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not climbing the side of a fucking building with you, Wally. I've seen how many beers you've had already.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember, I think I told you this story once we were hanging out. We were in Smiths Falls. I think it was just before the Tweed show, and Liam and Wally were up. I think they were playing disc, which is what we call frisbee. They call it disc, which is just that's a Basic White thing in and of itself. They were playing frisbee, and they got the frisbee stuck on the roof of Riley's brother's house. So Wally was like, "Oh, I'll climb the roof. I'll climb up on top of the house, and I'll get the frisbee." And Liam went with him, and then I turned my head for like a second, and all of a sudden they are wrestling on top of this roof, and I'm like, "Hey guys, we gotta play a show."
Yeah.
You know, in like 13 hours, and if one of you falls off a fucking roof, we're probably not gonna be able to do that. So, but like they did it, and like Liam almost fell off the building.
Yeah.
Like, and that's, I mean, Liam's a very sensible man. Hey, Liam, if you're watching this, and hey, Wally, if you're watching this. Oh my God. It's such a Wally thing to do, but Liam was just going with it, and he almost fell off the building. I'm like, dude, can you guys not do that, please? Oh my God.
He's fucking dude. He is so like just for like a little behind the scenes thing in the video. Riley and Wally kidnapped me for part of the video, and Wally,
Yes.
they were both like too stoked to do it. They were like, you can hear.
Oh, they're so
You
excited.
can hear in the video before they come out. They're in the van, just like, come on, fucking let's do it. And then
They're just getting hyped up.
They're
Yeah.
getting hyped up. But like Wally is so strong, it's ridiculous. So they were just like
Oh, dude,
throwing
Wally's
me
like,
around.
he's got like chimpanzee strength.
Yeah, you can if you
That's
ever
the
like
best way to
shake
put
his
it.
hand, or if he like puts his arm on your shoulder or something, like you can feel that, like just how fucking strong.
Oh
he is.
man, have you must have gotten like a fist bump from that man before, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And he wears all the fucking rings. He's got like 20 he's like Thanos with like 60 rings on his fucking hands. And he'll be like, yeah, pound it, but he'll like punch your fucking hand. And I'm like, dude, I gotta play. Like when I was with them, I'm like, I gotta play bass for you later, and you just broke my hand. Like, oh
Holy
my
fuck,
God.
they're quite the dudes, man.
Well, I'm excited to see the video anyway. Sorry, I digress.
No, it's
I'm
okay.
very excited
No,
to
the
see the
stories are good. We'll see how it turns out. The ending, I think it's just gonna have to edit around it. Sorry, excuse me. We did like a smashing scene at the end, but like we did it in that sad room at Nick and Hayden's place, which is very small.
Oh yeah.
So we ended up being like,
Yeah.
oh, we can't like all be in here and have a camera in here. And then Reed was like, I don't want my camera in there. So Reed had to
If
shoot
you're
it from like,
smashing stuff.
yeah, he had to shoot it from like the outside. And then we did it at like, it was like 5 p.m. So the sun was coming down. So there's like, the shots, I guess, like aren't awesome just because like it looks a little weird. But I think if we, I think we'll be able to like edit our way around it. If we just like, we'll edit it all chaotic and stuff, and it should be fine.
Oh, for sure. I like those videos best. Like, I have such a bad time describing those types of videos to people, but I've wanted to do one for so long. Like Doom and Gloom, like that Rolling Stones song.
Right.
They do one of those kind of videos where it's like, it's just kind of chaos, and you'll get shots of them playing.
Right.
But it's more like, it's like Justice from Sideman does them really well. Shout out Justice from Sideman. I love Sideman so goddamn much. He does those music videos where it's just like almost like a video collage of like stock footage.
Right.
Right? And it's like you'll see like a nuclear explosion and then like worms crawling in the dirt and then like blood splatter and all that shit. I love those kind of videos.
Yeah.
It's just so chaotic.
Yeah. So.
And I mean, you can always edit your video like that for sure.
Yeah, I think that's what it's gonna have to be. I let the guys take the reins on this one, but because I'm like not good with like full on video concepts, but it was a learning experience anyway because we kind of did it ourselves. So, and like Reed was great.
That's
Reed has
rad.
a great camera, but I think the story because there's like kind of a story, but then like not really a story. So we'll see how it turns out. I don't know.
For sure.
But nevertheless.
And the artwork for that single is amazing, I have to say.
Oh, thanks, man. Fucking.
If you haven't seen this artwork, you should go to Lost Arts platforms and shit.
Yeah, man.
I'm doing all the plugs for you right now.
Hit the follow button and
yeah, ring the bell. But no, the artwork is
that guy's
fantastic
good.
for that single.
His handle is Dismay Design, and he's fucking really good, man. And I think it was I think that's a good fit. What I hate now is like, I kind of want to go back and like redo all the old Lost Arts artwork because like we didn't put any thought into like the first 3 singles we put out, and then so when you just look at our Spotify, like you can literally see like, oh, like Taking Bets came out and then Weightless, like they have their shit together now, but like before
the
that,
progression.
but like before that, they clearly did not.
Oh man. Like the first Radio Caroline EP, I did the artwork in Paint.
Right.
Like in fucking Microsoft Paint. I was like, desert background. Like, cool rock and roll font, And like, but I mean, and I think I mentioned it to the guys. I was like, we should update this stuff at one point. And we all kind of came to the conclusion, like, no. Because it's like, it's part of, like, you can see the progression of the band in it, even if the beginning is just so garbage.
Yeah.
We were kids. We were kids when we started the band, so it's like cool to kind of see like, oh yeah, they were growing as musicians and in their tastes.
Yeah, for sure. Because I think like, I don't know. That's just advice that I give like anybody that's like starting out. Is I'm like, make sure your fucking artwork was what you want it to be. Like, don't like because it's so easy to be like, cool, everything's fucking ready. Like, oh, we need a picture for the fucking thing, and then you just do whatever. And you're like, no, like make sure your shit is like what you want.
It's let the music do the talking. But no, it's like that's the first thing that we're gonna see is the image, and I mean, or the video, right? Like the first 10 seconds of the video is like the most important part.
Absolutely. And like honestly, like there's been times where I've on Spotify when I'm just cruising for whatever. If there's artwork that looks cool, I'll at least click on the song. And if I hate the song, then I move on. But like there's sometimes the artwork will bring you in, and you just want to give like it's an overall vibe of like what the band is about and everything.
Yeah, 100%.
So I don't know, man. But yeah, that guy's cool. So I think we're gonna probably keep using him. I don't know. We'll see what's up. Maybe the next set of singles will be something else. Need something else. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. We've got our singles ready to go. We were gonna put them out. We were gonna put one of them out in April, but like now that we can't support it with shows or anything, we were like, fuck it.
Yeah.
We're just gonna put them out way later. But we were trying to figure out who we were gonna like. We had a couple artists in mind for artwork, and then there was like budget that we had to consider and all that sort of shit. But we came up with some artwork for the first single, and I think this is the exclusive on Heart Attack Kids single art. And we're just going with that photo of me doing the high kick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm Brad Gibb from FM96. He messaged us and he said like, "This is the album cover."
Yeah.
And we were like, "Oh hell yeah!" Like it was like a cool comment
Yeah.
or whatever. And he was like, "No, for real. It's like London Calling. It's like the Clash." And I was like, "Yeah, I see that. That's cool." And then like we put that on the back burner and we were working on getting another artist. And then we just kind of went with that photo and we just like we decked it all out in pink and it looks really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
But I mean, I honestly was saying to Jared, I was like, we should message Caleb and see who did the artwork for Lost Arts because it's so
Yeah,
good.
man.
I love the concept on
That
it.
guy does like legit bands too. Like he
Oh, I believe it.
well he also like
it
does
looks very
he
professional.
also does a bunch of like merch for the Penske file. And then he also does like face to face artwork and stuff, like all those like older punk bands and shit.
Right.
So he's a good guy. And it's like I mean, I don't know what Heart Attack Kid's budget is, but like it's probably within your budget. Like it's fucking
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, we had an art budget, and we still do, but it was more because we have 2 singles, and then we want to do more stuff, and like we
Yeah.
don't want to blow it all on one, and
Yeah.
we also like because we've got 2 singles that are ready to go, and they're 2 very different songs,
Right.
and we don't know which one's what people will kind of prefer. So we didn't want to put all of our cash into one and people not prefer
Right.
that song or whatever. But I mean, we had like 3 artists on the back burner, and I think we're using all of them for various stuff.
Right.
'Cause it was like we were trying to find one for just the single art, and then I was like, well, this one is really great for like merch. Like,
Right.
They could do fantastic merch designs, and this person, like, I feel like we should save up our money, and like go with them for like a big like an album.
Yeah.
Because there's and they're all so different. All the styles are so different.
Yeah, that's the thing is like finding what's gonna really like speak to what you guys are doing, and like that's
Yeah, the
I
vibe.
brought that up with the guys too about like merch, because they have all these merch ideas, and I'm like, well, we should like talk about like if you want to do a fucking t-shirt design, like I can't do that. Like there's some ideas that we have that like
Right.
we can put together. Cause like Nick, which I'm for. Nick wants to do a shirt with that girl's face from the Waitlist
Oh, that'd be
artwork,
great.
which would be
Yeah,
great. And
I've always said like album specific or single specific merch is always a great idea.
yeah,
Okay. And we're back
yeah, and we're back.
because Craig's a noob with the camera and had his battery die midway through the
It's
video.
all good. You're learning. We're learning.
I'm learning. I'm getting it. Hey mom, I'm learning.
Hey mom, look at me. Fucking
Look, yeah, I'm giving so many shout outs. I'm so hopeful that people will actually watch this.
I don't know. Usually people don't. So we'll see. But you're here. So
Well,
you,
I mean,
you have actual.
hopefully they
fans.
do.
So maybe.
Yo, if you're watching this, smash that share button.
Dude, go like the.
That's the promo. That's the promo
Yeah.
right there. Smash that share button, and we'll put lightning bolts in post.
Yeah. Fucking Boots Electric. Fucking.
Man, I looked exactly like Boots Electric for a couple days there, like exactly like him.
Yeah, you did.
Oh man, so I've been sitting at home, right? It was a sitting at home inspired decision to shave my beard into a mustache and sideburns.
Yep.
And then I was just because like every time I looked in the mirror, I would just be like, like I'd get a total giggle out of
Yeah.
it. But then after a while, I'm like, I have no chin,
Yeah.
and these sideburns are just so brutal.
Yeah.
Like they were so long. They would go all the way down to here, and I'd get up like in the early hours of the morning, and like my hair would be a mess, and my sideburns would be messy.
Yeah.
Has anyone like, if you've ever had a huge beard, like you get like bed beard, right? But I would get like bed burns, like bed sideburns, and they'd be like all over the place, and I'm like, this is fucked. Like if I had someone here that was waking up beside me and looked at me right now, they would leave like immediately.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is I'm just letting it grow, but mine doesn't actually grow that good. This is probably the longest it's been in a few years.
Mine grows in, like all of it grows in, but it grows in uneven in that like one side of my face, like the whole side of my face grows faster than the other side. It's insane. Like I'll have to and like I forget who it was that said it. Like a few friends of mine have said it too, but I think it was like Anthony Jeselnik, where it was like I would never trust myself to trim my beard.
Right.
Like ever, because I will fuck it up and then I'll wind up. That happens to me every time. If for some reason, whenever I smoke weed, I wanna cut my fucking hair or trim my beard. Yeah, it happens every time. And like I'll tell myself like before, I'm like, all right, Craig, you're about to smoke some pot. Don't touch your fucking mustache. You know, and then I'll do it. I'll smoke, and it'll be like an hour later, and then I'm in the bathroom, fucking trimming my mustache, or fucking I'm like, oh, I'll just take a number 3 to my whole face, just shit like that, and then like 2 hours later, when I'm sitting in bed, and then I look over in the mirror, and I'm like, oh, what'd you fucking do? Did you get fucking high and decide to cut your beard again? You idiot! Every time I do that. Every single time.
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious, dude.
It's ridiculous. I don't know why it happens, but it's something that it's a problem.
That's so funny.
With me, like I had a mustache like 2 days ago, and then I got stoned, and I don't have a mustache anymore. That's what happened. Like that's what happened.
Oh my god, dude, I've never heard of that before. I don't. I don't do that.
And cutting your hair.
Like, leave my fucking hair alone. I don't touch it. But
yeah. Oh man, I remember in high school, I cut my widow's peak off.
Oh,
like intentionally. Yeah. Like I took a fucking razor to my hairline for I don't know. I think I was stoned then too. and I was like, oh, I've got this stupid curl.
Yeah.
I got to get rid of it. Little did I know that the curls are great.
Yeah. Yeah.
People love the curls. But I have like a Superman curl right at the front. I don't know if you can see the widow's peak. I don't know which way I'm supposed to go. I got like a widow's peak going on. And I fucking shaved it, but I went too high, so then I had like my hairline had like a fucking U in it.
That's so funny. That's stuff that like.
But I had this long hair, so then I did like a comb over, and no one could see it. While it grew back.
That stuff as a kid where you're like, oh man, that looks fucking weird, but then you don't realize like you'd look so much weirder without that thing. Like if you fixed it about yourself.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
for sure. I had like I was at that like awkward stage where I was growing my hair out, so it wasn't very long, but it was long enough.
Yeah.
And I had this one just ridiculous Shirley Temple curl, and I was like, I'm gonna get rid of it, and I think I cut it, but it was like still like there was like enough of it, and I was like, I gotta shave it off now, and then I shaved my fucking hairline like an idiot. So don't cut your own fucking hair, guys, especially in quarantine. That's been a thing.
Yeah, it has been.
It's been a thing people are doing.
I've just been leaving it, not touching it. But dude knows.
Dude, Jared is like encouraging people to cut their own hair in quarantine. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I think I saw a thing where he was like, I'm gonna cut my own hair. Well,
because it was like a week before everyone got shut down, and I think I remember this because he said like, oh yeah, I gotta get a haircut, and I was like, oh yeah, mine's getting a little long too, and he was like, yeah, we both need to go in for haircuts really soon, and then I was like, fuck you, man. I was like, I look good still, all right. Hey Jared, I love you still. Don't worry. But yeah, he was like, yeah, I need a haircut, and I was like, yeah, like maybe I could use a bit of a trim, and he was like, yeah, we both need haircuts, and I was like, no.
Hey, guy.
Okay.
How about no?
And but yeah, now I definitely need a haircut, and I guess Jared's been cutting his own hair in quarantine, and he's had a good time with it. But he's got like a girlfriend to supervise him.
Right. Right.
Very different.
Yeah.
Than if I'm at home and I've just got a buzzer and I'm like, let's just take a number 3 to my whole face. Completely different situation.
Oh man, dude. Yeah, I don't know. That's fucking hilarious, man. I don't know what to go to. Oh, I was actually gonna say something about that. So, when we played Call the Office a couple weeks ago, John Gould was there, and so like afterwards, he was like, "Dude, like, I just fucking all I want is your hair for on stage." And I was like, "Oh yeah, man." So we were trading like hair care secrets or whatever, and
nice.
And he was, and I was like, "Yeah, man, my mom just told me about this new like curl cream, so I've been putting that in, and it's fucking awesome. And then he's like, okay. He's like, so that I'm like, it's like the Aussie, like the purple stuff. He's like, okay. And then he's like, Craig also told me there's like a pink leave-in conditioner.
A pink bottle of leave-in conditioner.
I'm like,
yeah, dude.
yeah, man.
He's listening.
And he's like, between the two of you. And then I was like, oh, so Craig gave you hair care tips, and then he shaved all his hair off. And then John's like, oh yeah, fuck that guy.
Oh, come on. What? Okay, yeah. So John asked John asked me while I had long hair for hair care tips.
We were just ripping on you because you weren't there, but.
It's
just funny though to
he
be like, yo, to
messaged
keep
me-
the curl, this is what you're gonna want to do with your long hair. Oh, that's what it was. He was like, Craig told me to grow my hair out, and then I was like, oh, he told you to grow your hair out, and then he cut his hair.
And then I
that's
cut
what
mine.
it was.
Yeah,
and he's like,
I'm an
yeah,
idiot.
dude,
yeah,
fuck that guy. Yeah, so.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Fuck me. Yeah. Well, because like, what happened? Because he messaged me early on. I had the long ass hair still at this point for sure, and he was like, "What should I do?" I said, "My number one piece of advice is don't touch it," which is like exactly what I have not been doing.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm always like, oh, but I've got split ends, and then I'll start fucking with it myself, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm so stupid. But yeah, I said don't touch it, and then I cut my hair, and then he was like, what do you use for like curls and stuff? And I was like, dude, okay, the number one is like, get this pink bottle, okay? It's a pink bottle of leave-in conditioner. You gotta get it. It's so good. And he was like, okay, for sure, yeah. And then he got it. And, well, actually, he was like, okay, for sure. And I was like, he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna actually go get it. And then, like, fucking maybe an hour later, I get a photo, and it's the fucking bottle of the pink leave-in conditioner. I was like, yeah, dude, you're the man. Actually heeding my word.
That's the one, man.
This guy.
It's also like you gotta have the natural ability for it too.
Oh, he's got curly hair.
Yeah.
The big problem with people, like guys that are trying to grow their hair out, and I said this to my roommate Bob as well. Love you, Bob. Don't worry. I'm actually complimenting you. Is like they've got the natural curl and they've got this thick hair, but it's really frizzy.
Yeah.
And so is mine.
Yeah.
But you got to condition the shit out of your hair. And leave-in conditioner is so crucial because, like, you'll put in all this conditioner, and, like, really all it does is make your hair fucking greasy.
Yeah.
Right? But then if you put the leave-in shit in and you leave the house, it'll stay, like, not frizzy, and it'll, like, stay light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's, like, it's like when it's all fucking matted down and frizzy and there's no definition and shit. It's like I can tell you put product in, but it's just not doing you any favors, man.
Yeah, man. I gotta at least for me, I gotta get it like thinned out every couple months too, because then
I did that at first, and then I'm skeptical about that whole idea, because like I remember I was like yeah, like I was getting layers for a long time, but like my hair gets really frizzy, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's because your hair's really thick and it like blah blah blah." Like they tell me all this shit. Like, oh my god, I don't know what to believe anymore. They're like, "Oh yeah, you gotta cut your hair so it'll grow better." I'm like, if I cut my hair, it's fucking shorter. You know, like that's what happens. And then they're like, "Oh yeah, you gotta layer it so it'll like define the curls." I'm like, did fucking Robert Plant thin his hair? You know, or did Alan Collins from Freebird, the craziest hair I've ever seen, did he ever go in? Like, I'm pretty sure they were using fucking bar soap on their hair. You know, like at one point I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stop using regular shampoo and I'm going to just fucking put some soap in my hands and fucking clean just a little bit, like the tiniest bit. Because it's like they weren't using all this crazy shit on their hair. Like John Lennon wasn't fucking dousing his hair in fucking Chanel or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Probably just like charcoal, little bits of charcoal and gravel is probably what they were using.
There was some interview that he did, and he was like, you gotta, like long hair is such a pain in the ass because you gotta wash it all the time with soap. And I was like, he just uses soap. It's just soap. That's what he uses in his fucking hair. So I was like, I'm gonna do that, and it actually worked. Okay, my hair was very greasy at the ends of every day.
Yeah. That's the
Didn't
tough
feel
thing. You gotta
good.
stay on it, and you gotta fucking brush it,
Did not
man,
feel good.
or you'll get a fucking knot.
I don't brush my hair ever.
When it was-
if I brush my fucking hair, it just gets so frizzy and shit.
I do it in the shower. So
No, I only use fingers. I haven't brushed my hair in fucking 2 years.
I'll get knots, man, if I don't do it.
Yeah,
What I do-
I gotta. I'll do the fingers in the shower and make sure I don't have knots. I was very guilty when I had really long hair. I would just be fiddling with knots
Right.
all the time.
Yeah.
But
It'll get you, man.
But no, I if I run a fucking brush through my hair, it is just fucking Frizztown Central.
My buddy Jed, when we were just out of high school and I was starting to grow my hair, and then he was growing his hair, and he grew his fucking long and never cut it, and it just had like the biggest fucking like mat in it
Mats.
before
Oh,
he chopped
God.
it off.
Like dreads.
Yeah.
Like a fucking
But it was
rat's
just
nest.
one dread, like it wasn't even a dread, it was just a clump all like stuck
Oh,
together.
it's so gross.
Yeah.
That's the grossest shit ever. I'm confident that is the grossest thing you could possibly have in your anatomy is a fucking mat of hair in the back of your head. It's disgusting.
It's not cool. It's definitely not cool.
Not cool at all. Not cool. Oh my God.
Man, we've covered just about everything. Now you got hair care tips?
The hair
From the
care tips
fucking-
are in the video.
Dude, it's fucking
Confirmed.
It's the Dude, the fucking
I
hair
love
care
it.
tips from the best hair in the London music scene.
I love it.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
That's fucking how you do it. That's how you do
Well, I think we're gonna do another one with Nikki.
it. Yeah, Nick had a headache.
Nikki had a headache and he couldn't do this fucking podcast. We're calling you out, Nick. Take some acetaminophen or whatever the
We're-
fuck, however you
We're
say
calling
it. Acetaminophen?
we're calling through your shit, Nick. So
Yeah, bruh. Come on.
Oh, so did I
My heart hurts, but I still did this.
yeah.
I'm joking. I'm okay. Everything's okay, Grandma.
Okay.
Love you, Grandma.
Drake told me dude, you could never ever guess what this guy's doing. So I texted him and I said, "Hey man, what?"
It's always something crazy.
So guess what he's doing tonight? So I texted him and I said, "Hey man, what do you got going on tonight? Craig and I are gonna try this remote podcast thing." And Drake goes, "I'm painting with the family." And I was like, "You paint?"
Like Bob Ross
I was like,
style?
"You're painting what?" And he goes, "We're painting the living room." I was like, "What, dude?"
They're painting the house?
And I was
I'm
I
painting
was like,
the
it's
house.
like 8:30. What the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, man. He's like,
All right,
oh
well-
no. He's like, every time the family comes over, we just do like house maintenance. And I'm like, that's fucking weird. Like, it's normal to talk
Who
about
does that?
what you're planning on doing, but it's
That's the
fucking
second
weird.
poll
Yeah.
of the podcast is what do you do when family comes over? And the first option is drink heavily, and the second option is house maintenance. Who does that? When I hang out with my family, with cool Auntie Patty and Auntie Karen and my Nana and all them, we fucking sit. We'll play 10 pennies. You ever played that game?
No, I've never
Play
played
10
that
pennies, drink a bunch of fucking beers, and do nothing.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We're definitely not painting the house, Drake. You're crazy.
especially
Oh my
especially
God.
at that hour. Painting the house at that hour,
This guy.
dude.
Yeah, for an
Yeah,
hour.
you had that much painter's tape to tape off the whole room. You had the paint on hand? Dude, I have so many questions.
Yeah, that's weird,
Yeah.
dude. What paint stores are open right now?
Yeah.
Actually, I know there are paint stores open. I actually know that for a fact. My buddy's wife works at a paint store, and they are open.
Dude, it's crazy what's like. I didn't look at the list. Apparently the
What's essential?
the essential service. Apparently it's fucked,
Yeah,
man.
paint is essential. for
Apparently
people.
everything is essential still.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah, pipe is apparently essential. Plastic pipe, essential service.
Long.
McDonald's is open. Dude, Subway is open. They touch everything.
Yeah, and there's no
At
drive-through. There's no drive-through at Subway.
There's no drive. You have to go in. People touch the fucking glass sometimes, which drives me absolutely crazy. When they're like, I want some of that, and I want lots of that. I fucking hate it so much. But people are going into Subway, and they have to make the whole... And they're like, is that good?
Yeah.
You okay? And they got the change tray that you have to put your hand into the change tray.
Oh my god.
Oh, my God.
Dude.
Subway is not an essential service,
Dude,
people.
Subway has Corona in it. It
That's
started.
where it is.
It started.
That's where it is at Subway. Subway is going to fucking boycott this
Yeah.
podcast.
Dude, first sponsor is Subway.
Yeah,
Fucking-
Subway. Eat fresh.
Yeah, sub of the day, fucking Corona.
What's this what's this podcast going to be called?
I don't.
There's something, it has to be quarantine or something in there.
True. I don't know. If we think of a good name, I was originally just gonna call it something like "This is a test," but I don't know.
That's kind of true, though. I mean, it basically is.
It basically is, but it's probably gonna be Misplaced Crafts
We gotta
episode
find
7.
out like the names of like those islands they did like the fucking nuclear tests on,
Oh, true.
and like fucking or something like that. It's gotta be something weird and apocalyptic like that, but also fun and lighthearted.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well,
we'll get Nikki on tomorrow, and I mean, I'd like to get Hayden on. Hayden is always fun. I like to razz that guy.
Yeah, we could.
But
I'll talk to Nick tomorrow and then see what the setup could be like, because they can just sit in the same room.
yeah, I mean, the footage doesn't need to be fantastic as long as he can talk into a mic and we've got an audio file. I mean, I bought this camera the other day while experiencing an existential crisis. I was like, I'm gonna be a YouTuber now because all jobs are digital.
Dude, I have that. My relationship with podcasting is so just all over the place, because I'll be like,
100%.
I don't know if I have time, but I love doing it, but I don't
Yeah.
know. And then I'll get like this morning, I was like, dude, I just want to fucking do all of the podcasting right now. Even though,
Yeah, oh for sure.
I
I was feeling it today. I was on the I did that live stream and then I called my parents. I was on the phone with my mom and dad for like a good 45 minutes, and then we were on the phone for like an
Yeah.
hour. And we were like, why are we not recording
yeah,
this?
I
You know,
know.
like it's
We honestly
this
should
is
have.
gold. Everything we're saying is hilarious.
We should have. There was probably better.
Hopefully other people think that.
There was probably like better music advice in that conversation too, because we were just talking about fucking how anxious we were about stuff, and then writing like
Oh, yeah.
lyrics and shit.
That was in confidence. Maybe that shouldn't even
maybe
be
not.
part of the
Yeah, we
podcast.
recorded it and we listened back and we're like, fuck, there's only like 12 usable
Yeah,
minutes. In
I was
this
talking
hour.
about quarantine cuddle buddies and
Yeah,
shit.
oh,
You
yeah.
definitely don't want
Well, we
that
cut that. We could cut that part, but
in the bit. Yeah, we cut it. We cut that
we
out.
could cut some stuff.
Well, I was thinking about this. So if you enjoy this podcast, drop a comment. You got to comment. Commenting's the big one now. If you enjoy this podcast, drop a comment about what we should talk about next time,
yeah,
and share this.
and also
please, and share it.
what you do with your family.
Yeah, what do you do with your family when you get together? Do you do house maintenance? And if so, what do you
Yeah,
do? What room do you focus on?
There was another poll at the start that we brought up. I don't remember what it was, but answer that one too. And then
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it was something about alcohol, I think.
Oh, maybe.
There's
Probably.
something about booze, because I mean, we were talking about Dave giving me the fucking 40, which I'm doing a fantastic job at preserving so far. I think I'm doing a pretty good job. This was pretty. Actually, I'm not doing that good of a job. It's pretty. I'm doing a pretty good dent on it tonight already.
I haven't been drinking at all in this quarantine, and I feel like it's just gonna be.
Oh, buddy.
It's gonna be no holds barred after this thing is over.
Oh, buddy, I've been going to town. My roommate Drew. He's not really he rents the basement as a recording studio, but he'll buy like an ounce, and then I'm just like, can I like give you $20?
Right.
You know, and like so I'll smoke like a bit of weed or whatever. But I've gone through. What do I got in here? I've got two 2.6s and 2 40s of Crown, or sorry, I have Canadian Club that are empty.
Fuck.
And I've got this 40 that I'm working on now. So I've been going to town on the rye
Right on.
so far. Oh man, there's just nothing else to do. I'm like, fuck it. The one day when I decided I was gonna do my first live stream, I think it was the same day that I shaved my fucking mustache in. Like I had a mustache that day. I got into the Crown and Cokes at like fucking like 2:00,
Right.
like so early. I was like, what else am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Anyway, but
Rock and roll.
But yeah, let's wrap her up.
Yeah, buddy.
This was fun.
This was long. Hopefully people.
It was
hopefully
long. I
people
mean, we've
like-
definitely got like an hour. My fucking camera died, so we're gonna have to edit out some of this.
We're at it. Yeah. So we got like maybe 5 minutes to cut, but right now we're at like an hour 17.
Okay,
But whatever.
that's not too bad. Well, closing notes.
Yeah. Anyway, cool. Fucking. See ya next time. If you like it, tell people.
Yeah, see you next time when we're all parked on our
Wow.
asses at our homes. Still.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do one every day. Maybe we'll be daily podcasters.
Maybe. I mean, we're gonna do one tomorrow, so I
Dude.
mean, maybe we can get some more people on. We can message some people and do some more remote podcasting.
that's
We should
true.
get the guys from Dime, man.
Oh, dude, that would be dope. I planted the seed with Anella because I told her that we were doing this.
And Anella. Yeah, Anella's hilarious. I didn't even know her. I thought I had met her at Toboggan for some reason. I had created that memory in my brain.
Yeah.
And she came out, she was like profusely shaking my hand. She was like, "It is so great to meet you. Caleb talks about you all the time." And I was like, "I believe that." I was like, I feel like he does.
Fuck.
And it was fantastic. She's so funny.
Yeah,
So
she's
funny.
awesome.
And Ella, if you're gonna watch this, please join us because this was a very fun time, and I enjoy your company.
Absolutely. All right.
Let's do this.
Well, we can, I guess, stop recording and then we can say goodbye separately. But
Okay.
Craig, I
Well,
love you, buddy.
yes, we are signing off. Podcast number 1, everybody.
See ya.
Nice.